Hello everyone, and welcome back to another series video. In this series video, we will be talking about DECAY Part 2, and everything we know about it so far. And I will also like to talk about my theory of how DECAY Part 2 will go. This video will be really good, so sit back and relax, and let's get straight into this video. Okay, let's first talk about how we all know that DECAY Part 2 is indeed happening. Now, if you remember, during the cutscene, it said some very interesting and important things. We know that Bunny got shot, and supposedly that was the end of the DECAY Part 2. But that is not true. During the cutscene it said, if only events had played out differently, perhaps they could, soon. Now we can tell that this means that DECAY Part 2 is officially happening. And to double-check, MiniMoonx said this in an interview live stream. He said that DECAY was supposed to be way longer, but they didn't have enough time, so they decided to make them into 2 parts. And Part 2 is currently being worked on. Now, we gotten some hints of DECAY Part 2 this year. MiniMoonx posted this image. I suppose this is a flashback of Bunny's memories. Or this could be something else about it. Now, what makes this image very interesting is that it has a secret code. Here's the secret code. It took a while to solve this code, but we did get it. And it means soon, which is very familiar to the cutscene, since they both say soon. Now, the other day, Epic Tank made a brand new server for developing the game, and no one knows what he's making yet, but I believe it's about DECAY Part 2, since they are currently being worked on as for right now. I am 100% sure that this server is for DECAY Part 2, and they are currently working on it right now. Now, let's talk about more things MiniMoonx said, and if we will get skins for DECAY Part 2. Okay, let's first talk about some of the things MiniMoonx said about DECAY Part 2. One thing MiniMoonx said is that DECAY Part 2 will be a big update, just like the Paranormal Pigmas update. We will expect more for the update. This means that DECAY Part 2 will be just as big as Paranormal Pigmas, and will be pretty similar to it. And we all know that the Paranormal Pigmas update had a season. So could this mean that DECAY Part 2 will also have a season? There's possibly a chance for that to happen, and since Season 7 had 4 skins, DECAY Part 2 could also get 4 skins as well. Now, let's talk about if DECAY Part 2 will come with skins. We all know that DECAY Part 1 came with only 1 skin, which is the Decaying Infected. But will we get more skins for Part 2? Well, let's see. The only characters left is the Twisted Bonnet or Rabbit and the new version of Bunny. Now, I think there is a pretty high chance for both of these to become new skins. Let's first talk about the Twisted Bonnet. We all know that Twisted Bonnet showed up only 2 times, and it was for the chase scenes. Now, many people have been wondering if Twisted Bonnet will be a skin. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe MiniMoonx did say that if Twisted Bonnet were to be added as a skin, he will need to figure out how it will work since it's a pretty big skin. He technically needs to figure out the idle animation, the walk animation, and technically everything about it. Now, Twisted Bonnet was added into Piggy APRP, and you were able to play as it. But you can see that problem with it. It's pretty hard to control since it's a huge skin. You can see my gameplay of it. It's just hard to use it, and I did get stuck, and it was pretty hard to control it. It took me a while to get unstuck, but it did take me a while. Just watch the full gameplay, and you can see the problem with it. So yeah, does seem really hard to control. You can even try it out yourself if you don't believe me. Now, if MiniMoonx decided to make it as a skin, he will for sure fix that problem with the animations, and it will be a perfect big skin just like Tio. So I think this will either be a skin quest or a season skin if they do decide to make a season for DECAY Part 2. Now let's talk about the Bunny alternate. We do know that Bunny got a redesign and she looks amazing, and we were able to play as her for the whole time. But some people have been wondering if we will ever get her as an alternate skin or a new skin. Now, I believe it is possible that they will add her as an alternate skin or a new skin for DECAY Part 2. And unlike Twisted Bonnet, there are no problems with her. She can walk perfectly and doesn't cause any problems. Honestly, this is perfect. No mistakes need to be fixed. Just enjoy the gameplay. So yeah, I think the bunny redesign will get added soon. Now, I would like to talk about my theory. Okay, my theory will be pretty short. Now, I'm sure you guys know about a small Easter egg where you can hear Twisted Bonnet or Rabbit screaming. Here's the clip. As you heard, while in this room, you will hear Twisted Bonnet scream. And I was wondering, do we have to go up there for Decay Part 2? Well, MiniToon technically answered my question in his video. Here's the clip.
And outside, please.
Wait, I got a fan thing. Oh.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
You want to go upstairs and find out?
Yeah, but it won't let me.
Yeah, maybe next time. Maybe next time.
As you heard from the man himself, he said maybe next time. Which technically means that for Decay Part 2, is it possible that we will go up those stairs cases and follow the screams of Twisted Bonnet or Rabbit? And Decay Part 2 will start from there till it officially ends. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This took so long to do and honestly exhausted from editing, but this was completely worth it. Make sure to like and subscribe and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye everyone.